Okay, this video is on bar charts, and these are not charts that you hear at a bar, basically. And we've all kind of seen a bar chart before, we have an idea of what it looked like. I remember when I was doing GCSE, I would sometimes forget that you had to put gaps in between each category, and I'd attach them and like colour them in pretty colours and stuff. So yeah, really important to have equal gaps between each of the bars. And the way these work, so this is an exam question here that we're going to do, is you just put the frequency, so frequency is another name for number. So you go along the category and then you put in the number. So here we have number of goals, so 0, and then frequency would be the number of games that they scored 0 goals in, and then you just draw a bar, and it's for discrete data. So discrete means that it's kind of categorical. Continuous means you have to draw it up with a line because it can take values in between. So we're just going to look at these questions. You will get asked to draw one, but that's the next exam question, so we'll see an example of doing that. So firstly, here is a bar chart showing the number of goals scored in a game by a football team in a season. So if we were just practicing reading a bar chart, we can see number of goals along here. Really important to label your axes, frequency / number up the side. So I could read this as 3 number of goals, 3 goals, then I'd read up and I could see that that happened in 3 games. So that's how you would read a bar chart. Our first question though is, what is the mode or score? So quick recap, mode, MO, is most often in maths. So it's basically saying what is the most often number of goals scored. And we can see here modal, so most often is going to have the highest frequency, the highest number of goals, and we can read that off here as 12 goals, and that in 12 games they scored 2 goals. So the modal number of goals was 2 goals. Part B says work out the total number of goals scored by the team. So how many goals over the whole season were scored? So let's just take this one step at a time. So 0 goals were scored 7 times, but that was 0 goals. We don't count that. So how many goals? What about 1 goal? So we had 1 goal, but we have that a number of times. We don't have it once, we have it 8 times. So times 8. So this is over the season. Then we have 2 goals, but we don't just have, that didn't happen once, that happened a lot. That happened 12 times, so times 12. So in those 12 games, there's going to be a total of 24 goals happening. 3 goals happened 3 times, so over those 3 games, there's going to be a total of 9 goals. And 4 goals happened, frequency number, 6 times. So in those 4 games, in those 6 games, when they scored 4 goals, 24 goals in total. So now we need to sum them all up, so we'll add the totals. We're going to have 8 plus 24 plus 9 plus 24. So that is a total of 65 goals in the season. So let's move on to another example. So exam question number 2. Elsa records the colours of cars in the school car park. Here is a list of the colours of 20 cars, and then it's got a list. I'm not going to go white, white, black, white, you know. Complete the table to show this information, and then it has the colours, tally, frequency. So let's make a tally. Tally is quite fun. Tally means you like tally up, so do a line like that. For if you see a white car, put it in the white box. If you see a black car, put it in the black box. So this one, I'd say recommend tick off as you go. So we have here a white car, so I'm going to put a tally in the white column. A white car, white column. A black car, black column. This would be so easy to make a mistake in. Then the frequency, so that's a fancy maths name for the number. So we're going to put those tally lines into a number. So that's 5, 6, 7. That is 5, 6. That is 2 reds and 5 whites. Okay, done part A. Nice, 2 marks in the bag. Part B, draw a bar chart for this information. Okay, so here I have my setup. So I have frequency along here, so the number, and car colour labelling this axis here. So we've got black, blue, red and white. So now we need to find a scale for the frequency. So now we just plot the frequency against the colour. So we can see that black has a frequency of 7. So we go up to 7 and we draw a bar. Now we must remember to leave gaps between each bars. So the second bit, so blue has a frequency of 6. So we do a bar with blue up to 6. Now we can see that red has a frequency of 2. Not many red cars out there, but niche, quite like a red car. Then we can see white, which I'm using as pink and purple colours because otherwise you won't see it, had a frequency of 5. So let's go up to 5 on the frequency, so there were 5 cars in the car park that were white. And that is how you draw a bar chart. Remember to put gaps there, remembering to label your axes. Again, just like the previous question we looked at, it could ask you things like, what is the modal car colour? And that is the most often, so the highest frequency. So in this example, that would be black.